Hi everyone, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading today that is for Sun, Moon and Risings. If it doesn't resonate with yourself, then please take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. I hope you like your messages today. If you do, please like and subscribe to the channel and you'll get updates every time that I put new content on the channel. Okay, let's get into the reading. So this is a finance reading for the collective sign of Gemini. I'm currently recording this on the 30th of April, but it will be relevant for whenever you come across the reading. It could be something that may have affected you in the past, it could be something that is currently affecting you, or it could be in your future to come. As always, not all readings resonate with everyone. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, then check your other placings. You might find something that resonates better in those placings for you. Right, so we're going to start the reading off today with a oracle card from the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. Okay, Spirit, have we got a Spirit of the Animals Oracle that will be relevant for Gemini in today's finance reading? Okay, so we have got the Puffin. Partnership. Accept yourself and your colourful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Okay, so keep that to the side. Right, so let's do your spread. Now, for any of you that are looking for lottery numbers, I cannot guarantee you that I will be able to get you the right lottery numbers to win, but we'll call out any numbers that come on the cards, and if you put those down and you win, please let me know. Like I say, not guaranteeing anything. I am not giving you forecast numbers for the lottery. Okay, so Spirit, what can you tell us about Gemini for their finance for the period we watch this? Okay, so that's your current position. Any blockages? Your core beliefs about money that may contribute to your blockages. Changes that you may improve your situation and your outcome. Okay, and overall we've got a Knight of Cups underneath the deck for your overall energy. So let's take a look for you. Okay then, so the Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, not the Knight of Wands. So he is your overall energy, and he's saying basically make decisions with regards to money using your head. So make sure whatever you do, you using your intelligence, you're thinking about it a lot before or that's what you're used to doing. You always make decisions using your head over your heart, which is a good thing. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is saying that currently you've got a decent chunk of money, or money comes in quite easily for you. You've got good financial luck, and you make relatively good financial choices that put you in a good position where finance is concerned. Now, your blockages is basically you have to work really hard for your money, and you've got to make your money work for yourself. So that could be that you might need to put some money into investments potentially, or if you own your own business, maybe you need to invest in some new gear, some new machinery, whatever your work might be. Maybe you need to buy something that will help your business out. If you're a tarot reader, maybe you might want to buy a new oracle deck, some new tarot cards, a new camera, microphone. I mean, obviously as you can tell, I'm using a phone at the moment, so you know that's the sort of thing I might need to look into. I'm not a Gemini though, so who knows what mine might come out as. But yeah, so it might be something where you might need to, if you know, blockages are usually things that you find hard to do. So this is something where you might want to look at putting money into some sort of investment. Okay, now this is your traditional, or not necessarily traditional, but your core values when it comes to money. So this is when the Four of Cups is in reverse. It's basically saying that, you know, what you generally do is you track things. You know, you track all your expenses. Oh, sorry. When it's in the upright, you're tracking your expenses and you're keeping an eye on what you're spending on. You know, that way you find extra funds that way. But when it's in reverse, it's meaning that you don't do it. So potentially what you could be doing is keeping a track of of your expenditure, finding that extra bit of income from overspends that you might not necessarily need, and then you can invest it. We will get some clarification on some of these as well. The Hanged Man is basically saying that when it's in the upright, if you're thrifty, you know, when you're in a difficult situation, it can turn that into a positive one. When it's in the reverse, it's pretty much the other way round. So yeah, it's pretty much saying you've got to put money into something in order to get money out of something, which fits in well with all of this. So, you know, making an investment from money that you could save somewhere else, you know, and throwing money into something, putting investments maybe in stocks and shares, for instance. You've got to buy those with some money, and then potentially that return could be big for you. Obviously, I'm not saying go and do that. You've all got free will. It could go the other way. You could put money in stocks and shares, and it could go down, because that's what happens. Stocks and shares go up, go down, depending on how the financial market is. It could be that you might want to look at investing into a property, maybe. You know, again, depending on how the property environment is, you could make money from that. You might not. It's completely, you know, up to you on where you might want to invest it and how you want to invest it, or what you do with that. Okay, it could be that you might have a hobby, for instance, and I don't know, say that you're somebody that does a lot of knitting or crocheting. You know, you might find that you go and invest in a load of wool, you know, and then you can potentially go and sell whatever you've created to make yourself some extra cash. But you know, with this, it's saying that, you know, whatever you do, you're going to be relatively lucky at it. Now, that's not a guarantee, you know, but it is suggesting that you'll be quite lucky. Now, the overall outcome is that you don't necessarily have all of the answers when it comes to what you're going to be able to do to make money. However, when it's in the reverse, it does suggest that, you know, you might need to research into things first. So again, stocks and shares, research into them beforehand so you know what you're getting yourself into, because you won't always necessarily have the answer. It seems it might not be clear to start with. If you were to start selling products, for instance, it might not be clear how much you're going to make, or if you're going to make anything at the start. You won't know until you started. So let's get some clarification on some of these. So the Nine of Pentacles, I'm not going to bother clarifying, because that is pretty self-explanatory where it comes to good luck and fortune. I am absolutely useless at shuffling tiny cards. I mean, the puffing card with your Oracle card, for instance, it could suggest that you might want to invest in a team. So maybe you run a business and you've got a team, and, you know, maybe you want to invest in that team in some training, and that might then help you, you know, make some more money from it. Teamwork will give you the best results. That's what it's saying. Accept yourself and your colourful personality. Feel confident about being you. you're a joy bringer. Again, if you were to invest your time into something, it will bring some financial returns for you. So maybe if you're an influencer, put a bit more time aside if you can. If you have your own YouTube, or if you're on Instagram, TikTok, you know, putting yourself out there, investing a bit more time in your business, it may help as well. Okay, so can we get some clarification on this Eight of Wands? Ace of Wands even. So we have got, oh, the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Wands. Brilliant. And the Four of Cups is clarified by the King of Swords, the Hanged Man by the Two of Swords, and the Page of Cups, okay, by the Magician in reverse. So let's have a look at those for you. Okay, so, well, the Ace of Wands obviously clarified by the Ace of Wands. So that's just reiterating that, you know, if you work hard, money will come from that hard work, and that you potentially should look at making some sort of investments. Now, the Four of Cups is being clarified by the King of Swords. Now, that would suggest to me that, you know, you need to make a choice, basically use your intellect when it comes to tracking what you're spending. Sit there and analyse using that, you know, use that King of Swords to analyse. I mean, King of Swords is like your mental, you know, what you're thinking about. So use your analytical skills that King of Swords brings to help you find that money that you could potentially be saving from other spends. With your Two of Swords, that suggests that you have got a choice. You know, you might not want to see things in a certain way. You know, you might not want to, not want to sit and think, okay, I've got to spend money to make money, or you know, you've got that choice of, do you be thrifty? Do you not be thrifty? It is completely up to yourself on which way you go. If you have a look at that, she's throwing her little swords at the bullseye at the dartboard. Somebody's going to hit. Which one choice will, you know, whichever one you choose, which way you choose when you've made that choice, you know, it's going to hit the target. So, you know, either way is a win-win. You know, you can be thrifty and make money. You can spend money and make money. It depends in the capacity that you do it. One might mean you make money faster than others. You do have to be careful that it could mean that you could also potentially lose money. So I'm not saying go and put all of your money that you've got into, you know, into some really low costing shares, because you could lose everything. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just something to potentially give you suggestions of what you could do to increase your finances. Whether you take that advice or not is completely up to you. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just a general reading. If you do want financial advice, please go and see a financial advisor. Now we've got the Magician in the reverse in your outcome. Now the Magician is saying, you know, basically if you use money in a rational way, then, and you're honest in how you do it, then you will basically receive the same sort of thing back. So if you were dishonest, or you do something in a bit of a dodgy way, you know, it's not going to be particularly great. Yeah, so we'll leave that at that. So what numbers we do have is we've got the number 1 for the Magician, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands. So there's lots of wands on here, lots of number 1s. So, you know, maybe the number 1 is lucky in the lottery this week. Who knows? Potentially 11. They are also angel numbers when you see a lot of repeating numbers. So 1111 could mean that you've got something new coming in. So keep an eye out for that. if you keep getting repeating numbers. We've also got the number 9, we've got a number 4, we've got a number 2, and we've got a number 12. The Page of Cups, you could probably say he's an 11, and the King of Swords is a 14. So, you know, but if you want to make some numbers out of any of those for your lottery, you go for it. Like I say, if you do and you manage to win, let me know. And you could have 41, 19, 29, who knows? Yeah, so I hope that gave some of you some insight into some financy situation that you might be in, how to make some money. I mean, from the look of your 9 of Pentacles, you might not necessarily need it, but you know, if you want to maximize your finances, and then this is just a suggestion of a way to do it, not a go and spend all your money on a load of stuff and hope that you can make some money back. That is not what I'm suggesting at all to anyone. So yeah, okay. Thank you for joining me today.